Hey there, Andrew Montesi here, and welcome back to Food for Thought on Heck'em World. In recent weeks, we've been exploring really important themes for the reverse mortgage industry around brand building, trust, and growth. Because in today's market, loan officers are no longer just competing on products or pricing. They're competing on credibility. And increasingly, they're competing on visibility. Next week, I'm going to build on this further with a discussion around online reputation management in the AI era and why your digital presence now matters more than ever. But before we get there, today we're going to get into the practical side of personal branding for loan officers. Gabe Bodner from OneTrust Home Loans recently delivered a fantastic presentation breaking down what personal brand building actually looks like in the real world for mortgage professionals. From consistency and credibility through to content creation, visibility, and trust. It's practical, direct, and highly relevant for anyone serious about long-term growth in this industry. We'll get to Gabe's presentation right after this short message from our sponsor.
At Atlas Valuation, we approach the appraisal process differently. For us, it's not about being the biggest. Instead, we take pride in providing the very best to our chosen clients and emphasize delivering a superior borrower experience, unrivaled service, competitive pricing, and prompt delivery. To learn more, visit atlasvms.com or call or click on the banner below this video.
Hello, my name is Gabe Bodner, and I'm the president of the 55 Plus division at OneTrust Home Loans. And I actually did this presentation not that long ago for a mastermind event, but I was asked to do this presentation for you all today. So without further ado, here we go. Today, I'm really going to be talking about the importance of branding as it relates to being a mortgage loan originator. And the reality is you are the brand. So in today's market, especially with reverse mortgages, you're not just selling a product. I believe you are the product. Because nobody's choosing a reverse mortgage because of the rate sheet. We know that. They're choosing who they trust to guide them through the process. Because rates don't build relationships, people build relationships. And in today's environment, the goal, in my opinion, is to be remembered, trusted, and referred. So, with that, let me start with something simple, because you already understand branding. This isn't something new that you have to learn. That's the good news. You already experience it every day. When you look at these logos, you instantly feel something, right? Nike, you might feel motivated. You might feel performance or just think, just do it, right? Costco, you might think value or consistency, or you got to spend $200+ before you get out of the store. But it makes you think and feel something. Toyota, let's go places. Reliability, consistency, okay? And on the other side, you can think about something where trust was broken. Because that's the thing is, with branding, it's automatic. It's not complicated. It's already happening, again, whether you control it or not. Because the brand is not just the logo, it's not just the colors, it's the feeling that people have and what they expect from you, right? Because again, on the flip side of the slide, these are brands where trust was broken. And once that happens, it sticks. And it's really hard to undo. So in my opinion, branding isn't just about being known, it's about being trusted. But here's the real question, is when someone hears your name or they see your name, what do they feel? If your name came up in conversation, what would people say about you? The reality is, in our industry, most people have never defined it. And again, let me say that again. Most people have never defined what you want people to say about you or how you want people to feel about you. But whether you've done it intentionally or not, you already have a brand. And in this business, especially with reverse mortgages, that matters more than anything, because if people don't trust your brand, they simply don't trust your advice. So here's the difference in our world, right? So big banks, as I call them, they borrow trust from their name. Some might call it built-in trust, but I believe for loan officers, it's borrowed trust. Okay. However, as a reverse mortgage originator, we don't have that luxury. We don't get that luxury. Okay. Nobody walks into your office automatically trusting you. As a matter of fact, in most cases, it's quite the opposite. They don't trust you. They don't trust the product, right? So you have to earn it. You have to earn it from scratch, and you have to earn it faster than ever before. But that's where your brand comes in, because your brand is what fills the gaps. Okay. If they don't trust you, again, they don't hear you. So what is a personal brand anyway? Because a personal brand is not just your logo, it's not just your headshot, but really it's what people are saying about you when you're not in the room. So you have to put all of these things together, right? You have to put your name, the content that you put out there on social media, your face, your presence, okay? All of that is always signaling something. And here's the key. People are formulating or forming that opinion, whether you're intentional about it or not. So let me give you a 3-part framework, okay? And don't overcomplicate this, but every strong brand has 3 things: visibility, consistency, and credibility. Because if people don't see you, you simply don't exist. And if you show up differently every single time and you are not consistent with your messaging, nobody remembers you. And credibility. This is where it's most important. If they don't trust you, nothing else matters. So this is the game. It's not 50 different things. It's just these 3 things. And I like to say, kiss it. Keep it simple. Do what you say and say what you do. Okay. So most people skip this step, and it's probably the most important one, if not the important one, the most important one rather. Okay. If I ask your top referral partner to describe you, what would they say? Because if you don't define it, again, the market will define it for you. So the goal is to pick 3 words. Okay. Now this is just an example list. For me, it might be trusted, educational, and local expert. Okay. For you, you have to, again, pick 3 words. What are they? I believe the best brands are very clear on this. But what does this look like in real life? Okay. Because this is, I believe, where people get stuck and they think they have to do everything. Now, for me, okay, I do all of these things, but I did not do all of these things at once. You see, I have a weekly newsletter. I have a podcast. I'm a columnist or a guest columnist in the local paper, and I happen to have written a book. Okay. Again, you don't have to do all of these things, at least all at once. Okay. But you do have to create content. Okay. Again, pick 1 or 2 things to start, and again, stay consistent, because consistency is what builds recognition. I'll say that again. It's consistency, not intensity, that builds recognition. So why aren't LOs doing this today? Because let's be honest, I don't think this is happening for most LOs. And for most, it's not because they're lazy. Now, there might be some lazy LOs out there, but I don't think most LOs are lazy. I think it's either because they don't have the time, they don't have the marketing support, they don't know where to start, they don't have systems, there's compliance concerns with their company, or they don't have the budget. So many LOs are trying to build something, okay, where they don't have the support and they get stuck. Now, this isn't a you problem, it's an environment problem for most people, because some environments make this really hard, right? So what do you actually need to do this? Because this is what actually moves the needle. It's not just effort, but it is all of the support that helps you, because you do need a website. You do need website support. You do need email marketing. You've got to most likely incorporate paid ads if your company is not doing advertising. Social media, you've got to consistently be showing up on social media. And you've got to have a CRM, okay? And a system associated with your CRM and a way to create content consistently. If you don't like creating content, you need to outsource that, okay? That's the reality, because the right structure, the right setup removes friction. And this is what allows you to do it and do it consistently. When this is in place, branding becomes simple and overall scalable. But here's the good news, okay? I've actually created a checklist for you. This will help you identify where you stand and where your gaps are. So I put this simple checklist together where you can evaluate your personal brand, what's working, what's missing, and what might be holding you back. Okay. It really only takes about 3 minutes to do, but if you scan this QR code, you go through it, you will immediately see where your gaps are. And you can see, is it effort? Is it you? Or is it support? Because again, you already have a brand. The question is, are you building it on purpose, or are you building it intentionally, or is it just happening by itself? Okay. Truly, the LOs who are going to win in the next 5 years won't be the ones with the best interest rates. I can assure you that. They will be the LOs who people know, trust, and remember. Thank you very much.